Hey guys, Mecha-san here, and this just popped in this morning. I've heard nothing. I don't think I've read any news on when this was gonna be released or anything like that. Here, I honestly thought this would be canceled. The show entirely would be canceled because, yeah, but we have a teaser trailer for season 2 of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex underscore 2045. Now, I've done a full series reaction to season 1 here. It's on my Patreon right now in full, so patrons can watch it, and will be released to the public as schedule dictates. If you guys want to see the schedule, again, it's also on my Patreon, and no, you don't have to be a patron to see it to win the public view, so check it out if you want to see what I have in the pipeline here, because I'm keeping to a strict schedule here. Strict schedule. But I can't say that season 1 lackluster. Very lackluster. Oh boy. I mean, you had some interesting stuff here, I'll admit, with especially like the political side of things with the new prime minister. That's actually kind of interesting. And there's a whole situation with like, the great financial default. And then there's the whole thing about the ensuing argument with the Posthumans. Yeah, I gotta admit that even though like season 1 ended in a way where, wait, cliffhanger? Like a massive cliffhanger. It's like, what? And yeah, like some cool references, like they mentioned that book by Orson Welles. Was it Orson Welles? I think like 1980 something. I'm the book was one of the famous takeaways from that here was the whole like, hey, yeah, the whole 2 + 2 = 5 thing, and yeah, with the way things are here in this world here, you can actually do that. You can actually make people think 2 + 2 = 5, and they actually believe it. But unlike in that book here, you don't need intense interrogation, torture, indoctrination at first. You can literally just hack someone with cyber brain, and that's it. They can instantly believe 2 + 2 = 5 here. Like we've seen how it's easy to manipulate memories here and just put overviews and fake overviews and stuff like that here. Like way back in the first movie of Ghost in the Shell, we had a garbage collector guy here who kept thinking that picture of himself, like literally himself, is actually a picture of his daughter, and he like realized, no, he doesn't have any family here. All that memories and time was faked. So yeah, it's easy enough to admit that here. So this is sort of like them embracing that concept here, like fully, like, and the world of that book is pretty much becoming the world of Ghost in the Shell. It's cool. But there's also some other problems here with like the CGI animation. Yeah, it's weird when the Major looks better, a lot better, like almost like realistic compared to Togasa. He looks like his skin looks far more plastic, rubbery-esque with glossiness than the Major here. And keep in mind, the Major is a full-body cyborg. Like, her entire physical body is artificial. Even the hair is artificial. The only thing organic about her is literally the brain in a shell. While Togasa, he's like mostly flesh and blood. Like, what, 80% flesh and blood here? Like, all of his cybernetic stuff like that is all internalized. But yeah, he's got real skin and everything, and yet, yeah, boy. It is good to hear the new voices of the English dub return here. And I like the new girl, the new female character, although it's silly. Oh boy. But yeah, that cliffhanger end, I can't forgive that. Without further ado, let's just see this. Okay, there. He's currently quarantining in Section 9. I saw the post-human, like, they were still... Maybe Isaki. Maybe post-human. Her? That girl? She's post... Oh, wait, that's the also... Wait, she... Well, he's coming back, huh? Good. Alright. War is peace, freedom is slavery. Yeah, I think that was... This has already begun. Yeah, that's the message from Big Brother. Alright, this got interesting. Interesting. Alright, so we see this kid here who, he was the one who liked that Orson Welles, and he's another post-human they got that they had yet to capture. They're trying to capture, and Toga's, well, he literally is walking a mile in his shoes here as he sees what happened to him, a traumatic event that could have led to him becoming a post-human. And yeah, I gotta be like his coat. And then we got this new character here who is bubbly and stuff like that, but now they're saying that she might be a post-human. Alright. Interesting to say here. I do like how, because thanks to her, we also reveal something, a certain qualification, or rather procedure necessary to be a part of Section 9 here. And that's to dump all of your, like, emotional memories, stuff like that, into a server. It's like, what? You literally have to remove all your emotion, anything that, any emotional memories and whatever you have, and just put it in like an external hard drive. That explains so much, actually, as to why these guys fail to grasp the emotional weight behind a number of these incidents involving, like, all the way back in season 1, and it's on Standalone Complex, Sausage Society, and all that stuff. Like, they had to think logically, but because of that, they never could ever think of, like, the emotional connection. Oh boy, that they become less human and in a way more flawed because of it. If more, yeah, she could be a post-human. All right, that's interesting. Even though I interesting to see how that works. There have been moments where close calls happen while exploring documents here. Here we have crashing down, stuff like that here. We see Motoko, and yeah, again, Motoko looks good, but other than that, that's it. Alright, this is the other post-human right here. They were also tracking down, but they lost her in an airport. And we can see what happened here. Like, yeah, this isn't gonna kill her. We see that post-humans they can dodge bullets. They can predict where the angle and where a bullet will fire here, and quickly, like, dance around it. This is why we saw that moment there. And yeah, this guy is coming back here. I was disappointed with how they treated this guy here, clown they called him. But it's an example of, as well, as to the whole Orson Welles take. Because Motoko pretty much gave him a bunch of false memories of the mission, everything like that, a false belief and everything, and he legitimately believed it. It was true here. But, you know, in case they need him, Motoko can just flip the switch like that. Wow! Wow, can you... That's how... Yeah, that's pretty... No matter how you word it, no matter how you excuse it, that's fucked up beyond measure. That is just fucked up. It's like, you literally treat the guy as a machine that you can call upon whenever you want here. More machine than even the Tachikomas. In a way, yeah, wow. Another there's you having the barriers. There's this guy here, that guy, Bado. I do like the episode with Bado and the senior folk. That was a nice little highlight episode, and really showed just how bad this great financial default was for just like the old for some of the civilians here. Like, yeah, they mentioned how Japan is recovering from the great financial default, but some are forever suffering here. It's like the point. I love that old man who says, "I don't even have money to buy my granddaughter a school bag." That's yeah. We got war is peace and freedom is slavery. Yeah, there she is, dodging all that here. We got this kid. Like, yeah, there she is. The dodging, and she can now pick an O, just predict, and easily dodge where the bullets are firing and everything. Okay, yeah, this kid is clearly becoming like actually the way he looks. I mean, I forgot if I made this comparison, but the way he kind of dresses stuff like that, he looks like a more edgy looking Laughing Man. But the kid who was the Laughing Man all the way back in like what Standalone Complex, Laughing Man case, he looks like that here, only far more got edgy, and I kind of like that actually. And then we have this one right here, which yeah, I think that is Togasa. I'm gonna assume that this takes place like early on, even first episode, with given how the season 1 ended. It looked like he got control of the Tachikomas. Going back to what he said, war is peace and freedom is slavery. Is that the world you seek? Yeah, that is the world they've become, isn't it? After the great financial default here, in order to keep like the economy going, they're in a state of perpetual warfare or something like that here. Oh boy, I kind of forgot the whole point, but yeah. That's the world they're a part of, and like some sort of like a great chain, if you will. And Motoko and Section 9, well, they were a part of that here when Section 9 was dissolved, and they just became mercenaries. So yeah. Again, the Posthumans are still a mystery here. I mean, we see that some have been causing chaos here, but others, it seems they have their own goals here, their own individual goals here. But they be part of the greater whole or something? We still don't know a lot. Like that's the whole thing. We don't know much about Posthuman. They are effective though, and with how wired everything is connected to the vast net. The things they can do. The biggest advantage comes from not having a cyber brain. And that's always the thing here. That's the big thing here. It's like, even in the underlying message in some points throughout the entire Ghost in the Shell, in this world, everything becomes so connected. Just relying on analog is the best course. Heck, in one of the episodes here, the only reason they got any footage on what a certain posthuman looks like, stuff like that, is because, well, at the time, luckily enough, someone had an old school camera that used film reels, that used film and everything like that. Analog beats digital. Yeah. There is a little case I'm curious about what the state of America is, because the United States of America was broken up into like three powers at this point. There's the remains of the United States, the American Empire, and a third. Okay, I've got the third fact, the third group here, but it seems that's changed here. Like, obviously the Great Final Default must change things here. So what? Does the American Empire not exist anymore? Now much of its states have been reincorporated into the United States. There is so much. There is so much information that we don't get here, and we'll probably not get ever. Or maybe we will. Who knows? There Ghost in the Shell has been, even in this series, been decent enough in explaining a few things when the need arises. But yeah, I'm worried. I'm concerned here. Now, I'm willing to give season one the benefit of the doubt here because it's typical for season one to the first season to always be a little rocky. But at the same time, this is Ghost in the Shell, a very long-running franchise and such. So I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see here, and of course, I will do a series reaction to it, like I did season one. So everyone, thank you for watching. As always, comment what you all thought. Like and subscribe for more videos. Till next one, this is Mecha-san, logging out.